Hello everyone. Welcome to another success story of EduTap. And this time we have Jayadevi with us, who has secured rank 120 in UPSC EPFO AO EO exam. And the most interesting thing about Jayadevi, of course we are going to talk about in this session, is basically, firstly, she is a quintessential example of perseverance. She has been preparing since the year 2020. We are going to talk about her journey, that what challenges she has faced during her UPSC journey and how come she entered this UPSC EPFO exam. Secondly, she is married. So basically, before her UPSC EPFO exam, she got married. So we are going to talk about that, how she was able to manage her time. And the third thing is that she is the first female graduate of her family. So we are going to talk about that also. We are going to touch upon that area. So these are the different things that you will definitely be able to relate regarding her story. And we are going to understand her journey. We are going to take few notes for them, and this is my humble request to all the viewers that please be patient and watch this video till end. You are going to learn a lot from her. Fine. So, first of all, a big congratulations to you, Jaya Devi, for securing this remarkable rank of 120 this competitive examination.
Thank you, sir. I'm grateful for this opportunity by EduTap.
Thank you so much, Jaya Devi. So, let us begin with the session without wasting any further time. So, first of all, I would like to know your initial reaction when the results were announced. What were you doing at that time, and what was your first reaction and your family reaction also?
Sure, sir. I was in my native Tiruchirappalli when the results had arrived. I was there for my brother's marriage. So, one of my close friends called me to announce that I have cleared this exam, and everyone in my family became emotional after that. They have seen from close about my long journey and the hard work I've put in. So, it was kind of a relief to have cleared this exam, sir.
That's great to know, and definitely, yes, it is a great sign of relief when you crack such a competitive examination with such a good rank. So, first of all, I would like to know about your background, the background with respect to your family, that where you come from, and all those basic things. And secondly, also tell me your educational background.
Sure, sir. My dad works at BHEL, Tiruchirappalli, from where I was born and brought up. So my schooling and as well as my college education was done in Tiruchirappalli. I did my BTech in NIT Trichy in ECE, and my dad was my role model. He had started from very humble backgrounds, and he had stressed about the value of education and knowledge since the beginning. And he had inspired me to be the first female graduate in our family, and I decided to follow his steps as well. My mother is the epitome of integrity, so she also taught me the value of discipline, and it had aided me in my journey for the whole process.
Definitely, family support is extremely important when it comes to such long journey regarding the exam. Tell me about your, please tell us about your educational background also, and please specify that what type of student you were when you were in your school and college days. Were you a very bright student, average student, or somebody who was not good academically? So please tell us about that.
I wanted to, since my aim was basically to be the first female graduate, I was always ambitious, and I was a bright performer in my school and as well as college days. And that has greatly aided me in this process. Since 8th standard, I'd been preparing for competitive exams as well as Olympiads. That has, in a way, paved way for the way of thinking for such. Exams conducted by UPSC, sir.
Okay, so you have always been a bright student, and it's great. I mean, you maintained this consistency all throughout your life, though you saw few failures regarding during the UPSC civil services examination, but I don't consider them as failure. They are just different type of lessons that you have learned, and that experience and that those lessons you have used in order to crack the EPFO exam. So there is no doubt regarding that. And I would also like to know some kind of motivation, that what was the strong intent, that strong motivation that drove you towards this examination journey.
Many women in our family, like my mother, were not fortunate enough to receive education. So I was very intent about completing education at the first school education. After that, my family encouraged me to pursue college, and where I saw people from many backgrounds pursuing education, while others were not fortunate enough. So my whole idea became about uh, thinking about people who I can aid for getting education and for further pursue various job opportunities which I was able to get. So that pushed me into kind of thinking about administration, especially in the side of government. And while I was working at RBS Chennai, there I was involved in CSR activities, and that gave me a perspective about society as well as the hardships faced generally by people. So that further motivated me to pursue civil services in the first place.
Okay, so your fundamentals were related to this concept that you basically converted this education as an opportunity to education as a responsibility. And you tried your best, and that basically encouraged you, that motivated you to prepare for the examination with such a strong intent, with all this perseverance, right?
Yes, sir.
So let us now talk about the examination. We have now we know Jia Devi's personal experience, her background, and also sort of things. Let us talk about the examination. So first of all, if we talk about the trend of this examination, and this exam was happened in 2017, then 2021, and then 2023. Now, if we talk about the trend with respect to 2017 and 21, then and if we compare it with 23 paper, then we can see that the 23 paper was very much difficult, and the level of the paper was drastically increased as compared to the previous years. So, what was the reaction with respect to that? And did you also did you also witness such kind of trend in the examination? And if so, how you were able to tackle it?
Yes, sir. I faced difficulty while I first saw the paper because my preparation was based on the previous year questions and the trends set by it. So I had initially practiced all the PYQs, and based on that, I uh, put my study pattern and the syllabus accordingly and prepared. So when I faced questions that were kind of a difficult level, I I thought, okay, let me perform my best, but I was not expecting anything out of this exam, like securing the rank and all, when I wrote this exam, to be frank. So I felt the paper was difficult.
Yes. And if you talk about Jia Devi's, we had a brief, I would say, interaction before this video also. And she told me that she has been preparing since the year 2020. And though first serious attempt was in the year 2022, which was her third attempt. And in a third attempt, she was able to write her first mains for civil services. But she couldn't crack that. And basically, after 2 years, she appeared for the UPSC EPFO exam. She saw that opportunity and she was able to crack it. So the point that I want to make is that since she was already preparing for civil services, so a lot of general studies syllabus that is also a part of EPFO, she was already very much comfortable with that. But I would like to ask about those specific subjects of EPFO. How did you manage to cover those subjects? Please be very I would say elaborate it in a detailed manner. You can talk about sources also, whatever sources, whatever free sources, YouTube platforms, whatever you have used in order to prepare those parts, so that whoever is watching this video is able to get a complete idea with respect to this preparation.
Sir, first of all, I saw the PYQs and the syllabus together. And then when I saw the level of questions and I couldn't understand from the basic books or the PDFs available in the internet, I enrolled for Anuj Jindal's YouTube classes for labor laws and accountancy. It was a module based program, and it guided me on the path I should concentrate and the others that can be taken lightly. And in that also I faced some difficulty understanding the accountancy part because my background is engineering. So I had to refer another YouTube channel called Magnet Brains, where they have taught accountancy chapter wise for standard 11th and 12th, and they had solved each and every problem, book based problems, from where I got clarity to solve the questions that were asked in our PYQs. That gave me further confidence to attempt this exam. Given the labor laws, they are very intricately designed questions and very fact based, which is completely different from the UPSC prelims exams, CSE exams. So I had to specifically first study the study material given by Anuj Jindal sir, as well as go to the bare law and the acts and refer what is the wordings given in the act. In the specific acts, I downloaded the PDFs and referred, and once I had gotten an idea of it, I came back to PYQs and solved them and reiterated certain facts that I could not remember and then jotted down in my notes. So my notes were finally a condensed form of facts that I couldn't remember, as well as few facts that are repeated in the exams and PYQs. That's how I managed within a short period of 2 months that I got to study for this exam.
Okay, that's a great, I would say, detailed approach and very smart approach. So let me just summarize very briefly. So basically, what she did, she referred to different sources. For example, she joined course of Anuj Jindal. Then she also watched YouTube videos. For example, Magnet Brains that she is referring to. Then after watching those videos and after reading the content that has been provided by those institutes, what she did, she basically summarized everything in her own words by making her notes. Am I right,
Yes, sir.
Jaydevi? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So the thing is that she basically made her own notes in the condensed form. So this is a big suggestion, a very important suggestion that I would like to give to aspirants, that when your sources are, I would say, multiple. So basically, what you can do, you can condense them in a very short format in the form of notes, and then after that, what you can do, you can revise those notes multiple number of times. This is going to ease your task and is going to help you with respect to coverage of such a wide syllabus. I hope I was able to summarize it. If you want to add
Yes.
something, you can go for it.
No, sir. Yours was accurate.
Okay, okay, okay. So basically, this was for industrial relations, social security, accountancy, and what about the computer applications and mental ability?
I took a break in 2023 from UPSC CSC, and I had ventured into other exams like SSC. So my preparation for computer applications and related were based for CSC SSC exam, as well as my background was initially coding, and I had a fair knowledge about computer science. That helped me in further practicing my PYQs. If I didn't understand, I went and googled certain answers and reiterated in my notes. And for mental aptitude, my preparation since my 8th standard for competitive exams helped me, and I'd use this mental aptitude for my placements as well as for SSC exams as well as for prelims. So I was continuously in practice. So I practiced only PYQs before attending this exam.
Okay, so basically, your background helped you
Yes.
in these subjects of mental ability and this computer applications. Fine.
Yes.
Okay, so now let us move on to the next part, which I know many aspirants would be waiting for, is regarding the timetable or the schedule. Before this video interaction, you told me that you got married before this EPFO attempt, and
Yes.
I would like to know that how you were able to manage your time, because of course after marriage the number of responsibilities get increased. We also talked about that how you had to attend different family functions also sort of things which basically are enjoyable, but from the exam point of view they become some sort of distraction also. So I would like to know that how did you tackle these challenges, but please first of all start from your timetable, that how many hours you used to study and what was your daily schedule or routine.
Sir, my daily routine included uh, family activities like daily chores as till 11:30. After that, I had 2 solid hours till 1:30 for studies, and then from 3:30 to 5:30, another 2 hours I used to get, and then from 6:30 to 8:30, I had further time to revise. So I had these 2 hours planned like sessions or slots, and the morning slot I used to study something that is very new, like the accountancy or labor laws. And then the afternoon session where we are sleepy or kind of less in energy, I used to use it for making notes. And the third slot was for pre-YQ sessions as well as revision. And that is where I practice model questions provided by Anuj Jindal sir as well. And I was in 2023 was the year I was trying to fit in into my new family, and was learning new responsibilities as well as taking part in family functions. So I understood the value of time management, which I couldn't probably do when I was not married, and that gave me a sense of achievement as well. When I completed, I used to write a to-do list and used to complete it daily. That gave me a sense of achievement as well.
Fine. So thank you for sharing your whole schedule, daily routine. So basically, all of you can take a strong learning from this that she had planned everything. She whatever she has to study every day. So she had divided her whole routine or whole timetable into three slots, 2 to 3 slots, and in this slot she had pre-decided that whatever she has to cover. So this is something that you can use for your own learning. That do not think that you have to study 8 hours, 10 hours, also sort of things. Especially if you are somebody who has been a civil services aspirant, so you don't have to, I mean, revise that general studies part again and again. Yes, you can allocate some kind of revision time for it, but you don't have to do that detailed study again and again. Rest of the 4 hours or your 2 slots you can allocate for this EPFO part, which are the subjects that are very specific for the EPFO. So that's how you can plan your entire day based on your own circumstances. Fine. So this is also applicable for those who are working aspirants, because the same amount of time or responsibilities you have in a working schedule also. So you can plan your daily targets, not daily hours. I'm not saying daily hours. Please remember, I'm talking about daily targets. And based on the targets, you can dedicate the number of hours that it requires. Fine. So that is going to be very helpful for you. Now, let us talk about the next thing, which is regarding the challenge. So during your journey, what was the biggest challenge or the biggest distraction that you faced?
So first of all, I would like to point to the fact that my family and my husband and in-laws were very supportive about my aspirations and my competitive journeys, exam journey. And it took me some time to adjust to all the new new schedules as well as family functions. That is true, but my family made it easy for me, and the knowledge gaining knowledge and practicing was not a challenge for me initially, but I had a psychological challenge of not able to clear exams despite the hard work that I used to put. So it had a bearing on me, not to a level of depression, but not seeing the proportionate results. Where in school and college, hard work and success used to be a linear format, and post work, it is not so. So that I needed a lot of reassurance and support from my family from both sides, which I was able to overcome because of my family only.
Okay, so basically, because of the multiple type of failures that you have seen, because you were not able to see the positive results, so that basically demotivated you in some sort, or it was psychologically challenging for you, which is, I would say, a natural human tendency. It happens with all of us, but the difference is that all of us are not able to cope with that certain feeling or that certain emotion. Only few of us are able to do that, and here's a sitting example in front of you, Jaya Devi, who was able to deal with that very successfully, and here you can see the results. Fine. So do not get demotivated for a longer period of time. I know demotivation will come. It is an emotion. Let it be, but do not let it overburden on you for a longer period of time. Have it, deal with it, and move on. Fine. So the next thing is regarding your hobbies. So what about your hobbies? Do you have any hobbies, and were you able to follow it during your examination process?
Yes, sir. Sure. I took my art inspiration from my mom. So a different kind of arts as well as doing rangoli that I followed throughout my life. And for every function, I used to be very interested in putting rangoli, as well as during the challenging times of exams as well as COVID. I enrolled for an online course in yoga, which interested me in. Researching further about yoga and doing practicing yoga on a daily basis, and those two are my constant hobbies. Apart from that, I used to from my school be good at drawing and painting. Occasionally I used to practice those hobbies as well.
Yes. So you used to. It means you used to follow your hobbies during your preparation journey.
Yeah, that were
Yeah.
kind of a breakthrough from the routine process in our lives, as well as used to free my mind out of certain stresses that I used to have because of these exams.
Yeah, that's a great thing, because this is something also I would like to suggest to aspirants, that if you have any hobby, please try to dedicate some time to your hobby during your preparation journey, because it gives you a lot of psychological or mental relief, and it is a kind of stress buster. So please do not think that कि मैं 24 घंटे पढ़ता ही रहूंगा, मेरी हॉबी है फॉर एग्जांपल बुक पढ़ना. सो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि that you will start reading 100 pages, or you will start reading the book for the entire day. That's not the right thing. Please do it wisely. That my hobby is to read book. I will read 7 to 8 pages every day before sleeping. That's all you can do. If your hobby is listening music, I will walk for 30 minutes or 1 hour maybe, and I will listen music during that time. So use it, do it wisely, but please do not totally avoid following your hobbies. Otherwise you will end up becoming frustrated. So that's a key. That's a very relevant point that you have made. The next thing is regarding, let us talk about the your social life. I mean, during your exam journey, how were socially active? How socially active you were with your friends, or with your relatives, or with the different functions, also sort of things. So please tell us about that.
When I initially I quit my job to be near my mom, who was having health issues in 2019. After that, when I came here, there was COVID lockdown that put us in a kind of isolated situation, and I started my civil services journey seriously from that point of time. It was I didn't have any social media accounts by that time, so I couldn't freely associate with my friends. And slowly after, I was doing self preparation for the past 3 to 4 attempts. So I didn't have much of study circle for that period of time, and but I was in contact with my school friends. So that gave me some relief talking to them and sharing their experiences, what they are presently doing in their life. After marriage, I felt being isolated is not the solution, and having life and experiencing life as a whole is the way to be. So I was freely able to associate with people and talk about their experiences, learn from them, and attend family functions. When people used to ask about my journey, I used to openly tell about how my journey has been, and
Okay.
I stopped feeling ashamed of my own journey of life, because I have put more efforts, and for some other reason, or the fact that a part of luck is needed in these exams as well. So I stopped feeling ashamed, and I shared my experiences, and they turned out to be very supportive indeed. So when I finally got through this exam, they were they were really the ones who were very happy for me.
Okay, so that's very unique and I would say remarkable because a lot of people are ashamed of not getting success uh, at different points of time, but you were very open about it. I mean, different people have different way of expression. So your way of expression was that you were very open with your relatives or friends that I'm preparing, and I've not been able to get through this and that, also sort of things. So that is also very, I would say, unique. So it depends on person to person. So you can take this suggestion also that if it works for you, go for it. If you have people around you who are very positive, who are very supportive, who are always willing to help you, so there is no problem in sharing your goals or sharing your whole journey with them. Otherwise, you can just keep it till yourself and you can just prepare and just show them the results when you get the success. I hope you agree.
Yes, sir. I definitely agree. When I was not married, I was not very open to sharing with people about my journey. And after that, my life has become kind of. I had to attend public functions as well and interact with more people. There, I can't keep my life or story hidden, and I felt okay. It is indeed a time to share my journey. So it
Fine.
depends on the stage in which we are.
Okay, that's really good to know. Now, after that, now let us talk about one of the important phases of your exam, which is basically the interview phase. So we are going to divide this phase into two parts. First, please tell us about how did you prepare for interview? What was your approach? And also then after that, tell me about the day of your interview. And you can also share different do's and don'ts and what type of questions were asked in it. But firstly, please share with us about how did you prepare.
Sir, I heard from my friends that EO UPSC interview is also similar to civil services exam interview, except that there are a few questions more asked about EPFO, but more about your background as well as the other job experiences you have as well as graduation. That kind of made me confident because I used to get motivated watching the mock interviews that were there online. So I also felt comfortable talking like that. So initially I didn't have any fear. But once I enrolled for mock interview, I faced some initial difficulties while talking. It had been years since I faced an interview. After my placement, I had not sat for an interview after that. So that gave me a lot of learnings and interacting with the panel. They gave me more suggestions to improve my uh, talking as well as the areas I can read further. So that gave me a direction, and I kept studying, and I was very regular with newspapers as well as I used to read news from the Hindu app itself. So I was not physically dependent on the newspaper. So it was a combined journey with my civil services exam, and given the delay that was there for the interview to happen, in between I was not specifically preparing for interview. After that, when the dates were announced, I got really serious about the questions that can be asked to me, and I noted down all the answers that I can possibly answer and practice them. My husband was very supportive, and he conducted a few mock interviews for me that gave me enough practice to face the panel.
Okay, so basically newspapers for the awareness for staying updated, and you also integrated it with your civil services preparation. Apart from that, you said when the dates were announced, you started giving mock test papers, right?
Yes.
Fine. So now, please tell us about the day of interview. What were the type of questions that were asked? How was the panel? So please tell us about that.
Yes, sir. Sir, my day of the exam, I started off nervous, but uh, my husband and one of my friends were there with me at the venue. So it gave me some confidence. I was interacting with other candidates as well in my table. That gave me a free flow of talking that time. And the type of questions are asked to me was based on my journey of why I started with civil services and why I had given this much time for civil services, and how why I happened upon EPFO exam. That was the initial question. After that, questions were based on my background in a banking sector, that is Royal Bank of Scotland. They initially thought I was in the actual banking sector, so my questions were fully based on banking and non-banking financial companies as well. Then I revealed that I was a software engineer, so questions were based on coding and coding related software vulnerabilities and the polity like elections and EVMs. And finally, it went to economy and international relations. And the board was very cordial, and they facilitated the way of talking, and I was very happy the way my interview went.
Okay, so one thing I forgot to share with my viewers is that basically, in her first two attempts of UPSC Civil Services, that is in the year 2020 and 2021, she was working in
2019,
2019 till 2021, right?
2018 and 2019 were my first non-serious attempts for UPSC.
Okay, okay. So at that time she was working. Then she left her job and she started preparing for civil services wholeheartedly. And that is the information I thought would be relevant for you. So do not think that while preparing, she was working, because she worked for her first two attempts. Then after that, she quit her job and she prepared for civil services in an exhaustive manner. Fine. So the next thing is regarding EduTap. So how did EduTap help you? If it helped you, you can share your experience. If it did not help you, please be honest as much as you can, and you can share that also.
Sir, I was not familiar with institutes conducting mock interviews for EO AO exam, because many institutes were conducting for civil services personal interview. So when I searched on the internet, one of the few institutes that came on top was EduTap. So I willingly joined this mock interview to have an experience of what questions can be asked to me, and the panel really helped me to streamline my preparation for interview, so that
O-
gave me more possibilities of preparing for other questions as well.
Okay, fine. So basically, we helped you with mock test, and we are very fortunate that we were able to do a very small contribution. I would say very, very, very small contribution in your journey, and we feel happy about it. The last and I would say the ending question regarding this whole discussion would be the final tip. What is the advice that you would like to give to the aspirants, considering your such a big experience that you have regarding this UPSC exam? And please share us your experience and the final tip that you would like to give to the aspirants.
um, Results cannot be that instantaneous, and our hard work in some way or the other will help us in future. So like how carbon travels to form a diamond, that is what my dad usually says to me. It might not be an instant you might turn into a diamond right now, but it might take time, but your efforts and your perseverance will help you in a certain way. My civil services preparation didn't go in vain, because hadn't I studied for civil services particularly, given the 2 months that I only 2 months that I got to prepare for this exam, I wouldn't have possibly cleared this exam. As well as the experience and the curiosity I had watching those mock interviews for civil services, that helped me in further talking in the interview, my final EPFO interview. So it now I understand destiny has a role, and it has a certain plan for you. All you have to do is give your best and do your work, and not expect any results instantly. That is my mantra.
Yes, so consistency is key. And through this, I would like to add one another question regarding, as far as your experience is concerned, what would you like to suggest to aspirants who have been preparing for such a long time? So, for example, if there's an aspirant who has been preparing, let's say, for the past 3 years, so what would you suggest, that should he continue his preparation without any job, if he's preparing without job, or should he look for any job and then prepare it parallelly? What would you be your suggestion regarding this?
Mm, because competitive exams, if we understand a pattern, is like flexing our brain muscles only. So if we practice in certain ways, like basics are the same, but if we understand the pattern and keep and widen our opportunities, luck can favor us. If we keep trying in one exam alone, like how I faced difficulties facing my own uh, problems, that time attempting EPFO as well as SSC gave me confidence to further continue this journey. And I was fortunate to get this job after such a long time. So it is never wrong to have other plans, backup plans, given that you have put considerable amount of time in this exam. But never assume that it's too late. Also, when people tell you had given already 2 or 3 attempts, so your fate is decided for civil services, never assume that. People had cleared even the sixth attempt. That's what had motivated me to pursue this journey. Apart from that, you can pursue opportunities like this EPFO, and be aware of the age limits given for each category. If you miss upon the age limit, then there will be regret for you not trying these exams when you essentially had the knowledge and the ability to crack this exam. So instead of regretting later, you can give a try, and it's going to be simultaneous and not a distribution of efforts.
Yes, a great piece of advice. So you all can, I mean, follow this suggestion if it works for you. I also feel that if an aspirant has given, let us say, 2 to 3 attempts in UPSC civil services, so what you can do after this, if you are seeing any positive results, let us say you have given mains twice and you are seeing the positive results, so there is a high probability that if you put some more efforts, you will be able to crack it, you will reach the interview stage. So then that's fine, you can continue it without job also, maybe for one another attempt. But in case if you're somebody who has not tasted success for a long time, let us say you are not been able to clear prelims, so what basically you can do, you can join some job based on your background. For example, you come for engineering background, you can join some engineering job, whatever your educational background provides you. So along with that, parallelly you can prepare for civil services, because once the fundamental syllabus has been covered, for example general studies, and your optional is covered, then you don't have to put a lot of efforts in the syllabus coverage part. You just have to do the revisions or maybe some value additions, also sort of thing. And yes, as the Jaya Devi has also said, that along with that you can try other examinations also, but especially if the syllabus overlaps with UPSC civil services. For example, the UPSC EPFO examination that she has cleared, and that's a great way of utilizing your hard work through diversifying your means. So I hope this success story was very much helpful for you, and thank you so much, Jaya Devi, for your time and for being too friendly and too interactive. And that is it from my side. If there is something that I have missed and you would like to add it from your side, please go for it, and please let our viewers know.
I would like the aspirants to keep trying and not give up. That is the only thing I want to tell.
So keep trying and do not give up and have self belief. That is the message from the side of Jay Devi to all of you. Fine. So I hope this interaction was helpful for you. Thank you so much. We will keep on bringing such success stories from the side of EduTap, and we'll make sure that you get to know the experience of the different toppers, and you are able to optimize your preparation based on that. So thank you so much and all the best
Thank
to all of you. Thank you so much, Jaya Devi.
thank-
Thanks a lot.
thank you.